Okay, it's on now too.
Ready, Jen?
I actually need a few more seconds. I can join the music. I want Smitty's.
How about now?
Hi, everyone. Keep wanting to call him Brandon.
Stop!
It's time for Today in Yuma with Jennifer Blackwell and Teresa Straub. You can listen to Today in Yuma weekdays from 9 to 10 a.m. on C93 and Outlaw Country. Opinions
Morning, Wanda.
expressed
Hi,
herein are
Jolene.
necessarily those of station management. Feel free to give Jennifer and Teresa a call at 782-4321. And now, Today in Yuma.
Hi, Evie. Happy Aloha Friday. I see your flowers. We're talking to Facebook.
That's fine.
Hi, Bill.
Morning, Bill.
All right, we ready?
Yep. All right, here we go. Welcome to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer Blackwell.
And I'm Teresa Straub.
Thank you so much for joining us on Z93 and Outlaw Country News this Friday morning. We have a full show for you.
We have a very full show
We're
today.
First, we want to let you know it is Cat Shirt Friday.
Yes.
Our favorite cat shirt day of the week. And we have a giveaway this week valued at $290. Got
Yes.
some awesome stuff in it. We have a general pest control spray from Advocate Pest, jewelry from Brittany Gaither with Paparazzi, Z93 shirt, cups, and a hat. A family pass to the Kids at Hope concert on November 6th.
Nice.
2 passes to Kokopah Speedway. FanQuest prize pack. That's got some of the awesome 25th anniversary Pokemon gear in it.
It does.
We also have a book by a local author veteran, Timothy Seacrest, a cat tote bag, and a Village Inn Pizza parlor gift certificate. Awesome.
all for sending in a picture of your pet, any pet, cats, snakes, pigs, rabbits, doesn't matter, or a selfie of you wearing your cat shirt.
That's right. Get it in by noon today, and we will select one winner at random. We get stuff on Instagram, Messenger, posted on our pages.
Kenneth said, did I hear Pokemon?
Yes, you did. This is my nephew. And he loves him some Pokemon. But that's also what he got for his birthday, that 25th anniversary card album. So
nice.
there you go.
All right.
All right. Well, let me give you a quick rundown of what's happening on Today in Yuma this morning. Joining us in our very first segment here in just a second, we have, he's not calling himself a hero, but we are. In fact, some gentlemen drove by this morning and yelled hero.
Hero,
at him.
yes.
We have James Kilcer, who will be speaking with us in just a moment. He was the veteran Marine responsible for disarming that armed robbery at the Chevron in the Foothills on Wednesday.
That's right.
We're going to hear his story firsthand. And we also have Wendy McKay joining us. We're going to be talking Bridget's gift because that is tomorrow. Tomorrow Saturday.
Yes.
And then we have Tania Pavlak from the Yuma County Sheriff's Office and Lieutenant Oberosler. We're going to be discussing off-road safety. Mm-hmm. And Foodie Alicious will be coming in to share her winner for this week's Foodie Giveaway.
It's a jam-packed show today.
It is. But we do have to mention, today is October 22nd, National Make a Dog's Day.
Aw, give them a treat.
Should do that every day.
Give them some tummy rubs.
It's National Nut Day and National Color Day.
All right.
There's your national days. Welcome to the Today in Yuma Show, Mr. James Kilcer.
Hey there.
We're so excited to have you here. And this week has been a whirlwind for you, hasn't it?
Well, Monday and Tuesday were quiet.
And then Wednesday morning happened, and
Wednesday after that was a little exciting.
your life has been a little different Wednesday through Friday.
Oh, jeez.
Well, you're going to give us a bit of the scenario that occurred on Monday morning. And first off, tell us about your background.
So I'm originally from upstate New York, the Fort Drum, Thousand Islands region, from a little place called Philadelphia, not Pennsylvania. And I came to Yuma in 2008, got stationed here with the Marine Corps. I was with Max 1 here in Yuma, and got done with that and stuck around in Arizona and moved back to Yuma, and now I live out in the valley, out in the east side, and
You're just going about your normal every day.
just going about my normal every day.
And thank you for sticking around and making Yuma your home. That's how, in a roundabout way, how I ended up here, because my father-in-law was in the Marine Corps in Yuma in the early 60s. And then when he got out, moved back to Yuma and lived the rest of his life here.
I wasn't going back to New York.
I think that's what Grandpa said too.
Oh yeah, Grandpa certainly said that. It's a little colder. He was in Rochester before he ended up coming back out to Yuma.
Well, James, let's talk about Wednesday morning, the day that it all changed.
The day that will live on in infamy.
the day that your name started trending yesterday. People didn't know it was you on Wednesday, but as of Thursday, I saw it on Stars and Stripes. That's where I actually saw your name. So tell us the events that occurred Wednesday morning.
So I needed to go get gas, so I went in and was pumping gas in my Jeep and went inside to get a couple Gatorades and a energy drink, and I was talking to the clerk. I was telling him, oh, you need to quit being a gas station clerk. Come get a real job. Come out and work with us. I work out
recruiting.
Recruiting. I work out at the Proving Grounds, and I was just chit-chatting, just having a good old time.
And that's your usual stop in the morning?
Not every morning,
Okay.
no, because I live out in the valley, so it's a little bit of a schlep to get out there. But I went to go ahead. I had like just before the light comes on, and I normally don't do that, so I gotta go get gas today. And so I went in and was talking with Everett, and I was just about to I was in the process of turning around to leave, and there's I kind of heard the door being opened really aggressively, and it was kind of like, oh, what person is opening the door like that? It's like, you have no business opening the door that forcefully. And kind of turn around, and I saw three guys coming in all black, and kind of just, okay, this is happening.
And the next 5-10 seconds happened quickly. You had a bunch of things going through your head in this. Even though it looks like to us that it happened within like a split second, you had a million things go through your mind.
It was there was so much information that until I had him detained, there was no thought from after I came to the conclusion it was snap. It was go time. Mm-hmm. So I saw the guy in front with the gun, kind of a little in the back of my head, had a little bit of, it's an awfully small barrel. That looks like it might be a BB gun or airsoft or something, but, it doesn't mean anything. So
it'll still hurt.
It'll
do damage.
You treat it like it's a real one. Yeah. And the guy in front was shouting, open the register, and then something else. But quick sweep. I didn't see any other guns. I saw the guy with something in his hands. I guess it was a bag. I didn't see any weapons. Guy behind him that was in the doorway. In the video, he's in the doorway. But from my perspective, it looked like there was three guys stacked up right behind each other. I didn't see any weapons on him, so that was my guy right in front. And I just waited. And, he took one step too close to me. Boy was pointing the gun past me at Everett, and I snapped. Boom. Grabbed hold of the gun. And in the video, it looks like I slapped him like a lady swinging her purse.
Well, it's funny because a lot of people are like, he didn't even drop his ice. It wasn't ice. You were actually ready to leave.
What was in your bag? Because everyone wants to know.
There was 2 Gatorade Zeros, lemon lime. There was 2 the white sugar-free Monster Energy drinks, and one of the little the salami wrapped around the cheese sticks.
It was a snack. Yeah.
And I didn't even, so in the video, after I saw the video, but day and a half later, I didn't realize I had my keys in my hand, and I didn't realize the bag was still attached to my body. I'm actually grabbing for his neck and head to take control of his neck and head, but obviously the bag was still attached to me, so
that kind of served as your own weapon.
It actually worked out pretty good because it smashed him in the face,
yeah.
And he was bleeding pretty good from his nose. So,
and that's what we seen. There was a scuffle after that, but you were able to detain him until authorities got there.
Yep, I tackled him out of camera and got the gun from him and got the gun trained on him to keep him under control, turned him around to in between me and the rest of the room, because at this point I didn't know if there was
Anybody
other assailants
else? Yeah.
coming after me. And quick sweep of the room. There's no one else in there, so I went to transfer him to the floor and put him in a detention. So.
And then shortly thereafter, the Yuma County Sheriff's Office showed up
Yep.
and took over the situation.
Yep. The little short gal deputy came up and she threw the cuffs on him, and the guy was crying that I was hurting him, and she very politely told him that we weren't concerned about him and he'd be fine.
Yeah.
Well, and for those who have not heard, again, millions and millions and millions and millions of views on all the social media outlets, the national and international news networks too. You were a Marine. I know they say once a Marine, always a Marine. So I'm saying Marine veteran James Kilcer. You don't really define yourself as being a bad ASS like everyone is saying. Kind of describe yourself.
So I'm kind of like a fat hobo. At least I look like that in the video. And I'm just a grubby blue collar guy, and I was in the air wing. So all of the combat arms guys, you got to catch up to me because I'm Pogue. And they're other than basic Marine training, which was in 2007. It's been a little while. I mean, I don't go.
But those instincts don't go away.
To a point, I'm sure, but most of it is just you have to have that mindset of I take my personal safety and the safety of others around me very seriously. So if you're in the mindset, if you have to have that mindset of I will do something if something needs to be done, and there was no what do I do? No, should I do anything? It was I'm waiting for my time to strike. And
well, in the video, it looked like you didn't wait very long at all. I mean, it looked like I said, in your head, you had all these things going through your head, but to us in the video, I mean, it was a split. It looked like there was no hesitation.
It was just seconds. But what you're kind of finding amazing is that people are so surprised that someone took action like that. Mm-hmm. We're not really used to seeing people jump into situations where they could put their own selves in harm's way. There was no hesitation on your part.
I'd like to think more people, or pretty much everybody, would do something. I mean, you see in the news people standing around filming and just not doing anything when stuff's happening around them. You can do something real quickly, and especially if there's more than one person taking action. It doesn't take very much to take a situation and turn it into something completely different than it was.
Well, let me share. I know you've probably seen many of the comments and you've heard the attaboys from buddies and friends and family, but I'm going to share some of the comments off our Sunset Health Facebook Live feed right now since you've been on. Totally awesome. You're the man. Thanks for your military service. That comes from Sherry. We also had, hang on, I gotta scroll because there's quite a few more. God's Plan. It was shared on their local station in Wisconsin, and they saw that this morning. And
good job, Marine, Semper Fi.
A hero and a hottie. That comes from Veronica.
Actually, that's very bad footage. I don't think that's accurate.
Renee says, "Oorah!" Those are just some. There are probably 50 more in there.
Well, we have we have a lot of Marine veterans on there. They are giving you a shout out and really praising you. Again, you don't see this every day. Like you said, a lot of times when things go down, it's the age of let me get my camera out and film it, but you took it into your own hands and you did what you had to do to help. Not only he wasn't just a store clerk, he's a friend, you know him by name, like you want to make sure that you were taking care of anybody that was in that store. So we have to applaud you and thank you. We know that you're getting recognition that you weren't necessarily expecting to get. I don't think because you were just you were just doing, like you said, you were just doing what you hope somebody else would do if they were in that situation.
And it's we encourage people to. We're not saying if you have no training and you are completely out of your comfort zone and you don't know what you're doing, please be cautious in a situation like this. We always advise people, if you see something, say something. If you're concerned about something or you see criminal activity in progress, contact the authorities. Don't try to approach an individual on your own. Be cautious. But we like to think that people would take some additional steps and to help keep one another safe. That we're one big society, we're one big family, and we'd like to see.
Scott said this
everyone
is how
be
it
safe.
used to be.
Yes.
Before social media and everybody,
Yes.
everybody would do what they needed to do to help each other.
Now I have a comment here from Gary Snyder. He says, like to invite you to First Responders Day special event at 4 Point Sheraton for a celebration and an award for Yuma County Hero.
Oh, I love
That's
it.
how people, they appreciate what you do. So I know the spotlight has been overwhelming for you, but thank you for what you did.
And thank you for your service, and thank you for even speaking out. We know it's not easy for you. Like we said, you weren't expecting all this attention, but thank you for all that you've done. Thank you for your service, and we think of you as a Yuma hero.
And thank you for letting your gas tank get low, because you were put in that place at that time
for a reason
to help you helped save Everett. You've shared his name, so I'll share his name also. And again, several people are reaching out. They want to give you stuff, and he didn't do it for that.
Yes.
But you know what? That's just it's an added perk. So
Exactly.
Thank you all though for the comments and the shares, and just wishing him well. We're glad you're a part of our community, and thank you for what you do and what you have done here. You're awesome.
Thanks for having me, ladies.
Any parting words?
Just remember, kids, Epstein didn't kill himself.
Sounds good to us.
We are going to take our Village Inn Pizza Parlor selfie out in the courtyard. We'll be back with more Up to Date in Yuma after this. It is Free Filter Friday.
Yes,
and
it is.
Quick Refrigeration wants you to bring your old dirty air filter down to 190 West 10th Street. Well, they will swap it out with a brand new standard 1-inch air filter for free. It's important you keep those filters changed out on a regular basis.
And Sprague Sports, they are home of Yuma's coolest indoor shooting range and your hunting and shooting headquarters. That fall hunt is only a couple weeks away, so you want to make sure you have everything you need, and Sprague's can help. You can find them on 32nd Street next to Lowe's.
And Yuma Nelson was founded locally back in 1978, and their team has over 100 years of combined knowledge right alongside a get-it-done-right attitude. You can visit their Pacific Avenue location weekdays.
One of the main causes of tire failure is underinflation, causing tires to flex more on the sidewall, heat up, and blow out. Ed Whitehead's Tire Pros can quickly and affordably take care of all your tire needs.
It's Today in Yuma. We'll be back after the break on Z93 in Outlaw Country.
You have to go back and read these comments. They're hilarious.
I'm also getting texts. All right, we're going to take a selfie with the outside.
Saturday, October 23rd.
All right. Thank you. Hi. Is it normal? Well, if they don't realize that her skirt is a cat. Damn cat.
Right there next to it. Right over here. You get it a little closer, too.
I will. All right, here we go. 1, 2. Awesome. It was nice to meet you.
Thank you for having me.
If we have people reaching out, thanks, James. We'll see you later. Good job, James. My husband, Tania Pavlak.
Oh, okay.
Hello. Good morning. Hi. You too. Come in. Have a seat.
Oh, I'm not.
You're not going to sit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you want me there for moral support, I'll be here. It doesn't matter to me. All right.
I'm like, come on. No kidding. Wait, we're live, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, we are on Facebook.
Gonna have to be a lady. Kidding, I'm always a lady.
And you're wearing your pink.
I'm just sleep deprived and exhausted.
It's
mentally.
It's a day before. It's understandable. We appreciate all of your hard work.
Thank you. And it's the middle of produce season, and
Oh, yeah, that
Wendy,
too.
Yeah, in your industry. Ah!
I'll sleep when I die.
My cousin says that every time. because she's busy. She does her own thing, but she gets up early to do all these other things she does for social media and stuff. And she says it almost every night. I'll sleep when I die. It's not time yet. I got things to do.
Exactly.
I got things to get done.
Thank you, Laura. This is part of my Halloween wardrobe last year.
So cute. So cute.
Where'd you get it?
Somewhere online.
It's cute.
eBay,
I think it's
Amazon. I
adorable.
don't
It is.
remember. Next week I have a different one.
You know what I love is when you find things
got
on
to be-
Amazon that
It's almost
are
like a poodle skirt.
good quality and
Yeah,
better
yeah.
than you expected. I found a jacket like that, and it's
And
not
then you're
gonna
like,
come apart
you're
or
like,
anything.
wow.
Yeah.
Well, when she got it last year, I was like, oh, that's cute. And she told me where, she found it online. I'm like,
$12.
how do you get that? How did you find that? Because everything I find that's $12 online does not look like it does in the picture,
Well,
you
and it
know?
flares out like a poodle skirt. Right?
Yeah.
It's cute.
What's that skit where it says I'm na 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 and I'm Judy? What's that one from SNL?
I have. It's
where-
on from SNL.
Yeah, because they're all cute and happy, and then the third one was like,
I was like,
All right, here we go.
totally messed that up, but you get my point.
I'm going to go look for it.
Okay.
welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
Quick, we're going to get some birthdays in.
Yes, we have to get
Because
birthdays in.
I know we have at least one, maybe two birthday people watching on the Sunset Health Facebook Live feed.
Yeah, yes, we do.
We're going to fire up that birthday music.
Sure.
The birthdays are courtesy of Firehouse Subs, and we want to remind you they have the Firehouse new limited time sub, the barbecue Cuban sub. It features pulled pork, Virginia honey ham, Swiss cheese, sweet and smoky chipotle slaw, spicy pickle chips, mayo, and sweet mustard barbecue sauce, all on a toasted sub roll. Buy more sub, you save more lives.
That sounds delicious.
All right, celebrating today, the one, the only, the lovely, one of my favorites, Destiny Nolan is 22 on the 22nd.
Oh my goodness,
Aw.
happy birthday. We also want to wish a very happy birthday to, you know what, we're wishing him a heavenly birthday because he is no longer with us, but we want to wish a very heavenly birthday to Frank Gorlick Sr.
And happy birthday to Stephen Regalado.
One of our local monsters is celebrating his birthday today. We want to wish a very happy birthday to Corey Bricks Cooper. Happy birthday.
Also celebrating, we have Brandy Ellen.
Brandy Illen.
Oh, Brandy Ellen.
Happy birthday, Brandy.
And Joe Reese is on our list for Friday.
I think there was one, oh my goodness,
That's
I hope
the one.
it did.
That's the one.
Is that the one you got
grabbed.
it? Okay,
Yep,
perfect.
That came in off the Sunset Health Facebook Live feed.
Happy birthday to all of you. Get those birthday shout outs in. We want to recognize you. And you want to be put in for the drawing that we do every single Monday for a free medium sub, chips, drink, and a dessert courtesy of Firehouse Subs.
For Saturday, I just have one. I have Andrew Guillen celebrating on Saturday.
And on Sunday, we have the beautiful Vicky Bender.
All right, get those birthday entries in. Again, Monday we'll draw one winner at random from all the entries for a free medium sub, chips, drink, and dessert courtesy of Firehouse Subs.
Sounds good.
All right, joining us now, the one, the only, the other one, the only, Wendy McKay.
Good morning.
Morning. Now, you are here. We're going to be talking about Bridget's gift because it is coming up tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Can you believe it?
It's been a while.
Oh.
No,
Literally been a while. Quite a long while.
Well, we're glad it's happening. And it's happening in person. And it's taking place tomorrow at the Coca Casino event lawn area where it's been for the last couple of
Well,
times.
this is our third year
Yeah,
on that
third year.
big, large lawn
We love it
further
out there.
south.
It's
We
a
do too.
great spot for it.
It really is. And we didn't even think about it. It was behind us all those years. And one day it's like, hey.
you turn around, you get a
What's
different
that?
perspective, right?
Exactly. Go to the other side, you get a different perspective. You really do.
The Western Dance and Barbecue is coming up tomorrow. I know tickets were getting pretty slim as of yesterday. Where are we at? Are
So
there any?
as of last night, my very last check-in with both locations, we were right at about 43 total. Available.
Okay.
So if they're not sold out this morning, we're done. So
Well, Robbie wants to know if we can borrow Wendy to move tables. No, she was smart. She came to the radio this morning.
clone me and we can talk about it. So.
Well, you can get those last minute tickets. You can get them at Boot Barn and the Foundation of YRMC.
Actually, Foundation of YMC
Sold out?
Is
Oh, they
sold out.
sold out.
But
So,
the
Boot Barn.
Boot Barn and then CocopawResort.com had a couple left last night.
Okay.
So between those two, yeah, that's it.
Don't wait. I know Yuma. We tend to wait till the last minute. 43 tickets is not a lot.
Right, and they will not be available at
No.
the door. We've tried to do that in the past, but they just won't be available at the door tomorrow.
All right, so get those tickets. How much are they?
They're $70
right.
each, and that of course includes our famous Yuma Tri-Tip dinner with all the fixings and for $70, you can't get a ticket to a concert in a big, huge arena stadium. You're getting dinner, and then you're getting
How many?
A wonderful
Basically,
show.
huge lineup.
4 concerts.
Exactly.
So, tell us
Five,
about
4.
the talent.
Well, we're gonna open the gates at 4, and then at 5 o'clock, our favorites, the Gwynn sisters, are going to kick off.
Yay.
And we are so excited to bring some Yuma boys home and an adopted Yuma boy home. Tanner Gomes who recently was on The Voice and did very well.
Very well.
Represented our hometown well. He'll be following the Gwynn sisters. And then Bobby McClendon is coming home. So
Yay.
we're excited to have him come back home.
We love when you have these big names coming in, and we have a special place in our heart for our local musicians.
Oh, absolutely.
As well as you, because you are a local musician as
Oh,
well.
Thank you. Just not
But-
wearing that hat today. So.
But I love that you put them on stage in front of these big names, because that is great recognition and exposure for them.
Oh, absolutely.
So you have the locals.
We have the locals, and then again, Cafe Anderson's coming home. Of course, ties to Yuma, but we've adopted him. He's family now.
He is
He
amazing.
really is. And since he's been on our stage last, he's appeared. He and Priscilla appeared on a Netflix, their own show.
We
Country
love it.
Ever
We
After.
We love. I
Right.
think we all binge watched it.
We're
here.
waiting
So
for the
good.
rest of it. We're waiting for more.
So we're all begging, exactly. Well, and you, if you guys follow him, you know that when we lost our heroes in Afghanistan, he went
Oh, my
to so many of the
goodness.
services and performed
We
for them.
follow him. We also follow Priscilla, his wife, on Instagram, and she shares a lot of the other stuff that he might not necessarily share about what he's doing. And
Yeah.
if you didn't get goosebumps for that or shed a tear,
Yeah, that was, yeah.
yep. So
we're proud to bring
yes,
him.
Yes.
He's
that-
special.
He's such a phenomenal person.
He is.
And an amazing singer.
Yeah,
So-
I just actually hung up the phone with him about 20 minutes ago and picking him up tonight, so we're so excited
How
to spend
exciting.
some time with him. Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, our headliner.
Our headliner, what do you say, the piece de resistance? I'm so not French. But, we have tried for a number of years to get this guy on our stage. He's got, would you say, a cult following? I mean, he's been around for a long time.
he
He's
does.
got hit after hit after hit. But Gary Allen is finally going to hit the Bridget's Gift stage, and we can't be more excited for that. So
Such an awesome lineup.
it really is.
All at one event. Again, you can't get this much entertainment and that great food for a
Right.
ticket of $70 anywhere else.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's a great ticket price, but again, all of this is going towards Bridget's Gift and the whole idea behind Bridget's Gift. Let us know what this money gets used for.
So, if anybody new doesn't know, because we talk about this a lot, and we find we're still reaching people who don't know who we are, and we want to reach those people who need us. So
Yes.
we really want to get that message out. But we are here to provide financial services and to spread awareness about breast cancer. We specifically serve the Yuma community. So those humans who they're down a paycheck, or they're just struggling to get by. They can't make their house payments, their car payments. They can't put food on their table. We want to relieve that burden for the time that we can, so they can concentrate on healing and getting better and spending that time with their families.
That's the most important part.
Absolutely. And the reason this happened was Bridget in her fight, and it was an aggressive and difficult fight. She hung on as long as she could, but so many people rallied around her, and she gave us orders, literally. Number one, she told us all, I'm going to tell God all about you. And which, yeah, that was pretty awesome. I'm like, okay, can you put a few extra points in there? I might need them.
Oh my goodness.
So she did. Every one of us, she said that, and she goes, and I need you to go out into the community. I need you to keep doing this. People need this. You can't imagine how this much what it means to us who are fighting this. So Bridget's wishes, Bridget's dream became Bridget's gift. So really it is Bridget giving a gift to
Yes,
every
it
one
is.
of these ladies in our community.
And Bridget was amazing, you guys. If you didn't have the opportunity to know her,
Yeah, one of a kind.
you can get to know her through her family that lives on. And,
Absolutely.
And the wonderful organization. Everyone loved her, and they continue to do what they do
Yeah,
for her
absolutely.
and for other people.
Yeah, can I mention, I don't
Of
want to
course.
leave without mentioning that we have two amazing new title sponsors this year. The Alexander Automotive Group and then Barclay Ag Enterprises both have stepped up to support us. And aside from them, it's been a difficult year, and we were a little apprehensive. We weren't sure what kind of response we were going to get, but totally overwhelmed with how many people wanted to step up and help us. So our sponsors have exceeded far what our goals were, and we cannot do what we do without them. We have helped over 100 women and their families now for Bridget's gift.
That is so awesome. Well, again, 43 tickets were left as of last night. That very well could have
And
changed
that probably has gone down since then.
Yeah, I would say so. Yep. Somebody was running to the ATM as I was on the phone with them. So, yep.
Well, get your tickets now. Again, this is coming up tomorrow. Gates open at
Gates
4.
open at 4. Mm-hmm.
All
Twin
right.
sisters hit the stage at 5.
Any special notes about types of bags or things people should not bring in?
No, but a lot of people have been asking, so thank you for asking that, if they can bring blankets and chairs. We ask that they do not bring chairs. We will have enough chairs and tables to accommodate everybody, but it's going to be chilly. We finally, our weather's finally broken, so please feel free to bring a blanket. Be prepared. We have brought those security scanners back again. We want to make it a safe place. Also, we'll have hand sanitizers throughout, and we just ask everybody do what they feel safe doing and they're more comfortable with doing, but we most importantly have a good time.
Have fun.
Yeah.
We can't wait. And thank you for what you and all the other volunteers do
Yes.
for Bridget's Gift, because you give all
If
so
we
much
need to
of your
keep you a
time.
little longer so you don't have to move tables, we might be able to work that out.
Okay,
We can find
okay.
something for you.
You know
we can
me.
find something for you to do.
You usually have to tell me to zip it because I can talk forever.
no.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Wendy.
Thank you. Thank you.
We are going to take our Village and Pizza Parlor selfie out in the courtyard. We're going to be back with Tania Pavlak and Lieutenant Oberosler with Yuma County Sheriff's Office after the break on Z93 and Outlaw Country.
I was like, okay.
We did the
Great job, everybody.
I am. Until they kick me off stage. Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, though. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Probably not. I mean, everybody knows I'm blind anyway, but I mean.
Casey. Yes, no, I want you to get in here.
Come on, Kate.
No, me. You're a volunteer too.
Your family.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
By donating plasma, you receive $1,000 in your first 10 donations. When you donate,
See you later.
Thank you very much. You've had a very busy week as well.
Oh, man.
It makes a lot of sense. I only met Oberosler like once or twice, but I thought he looked a lot different than that guy.
Oh, yeah. No, that's Gary Snyder. Well, it's funny because I saw Lieutenant yesterday when I dropped Dad off, and I only ever see him in uniform, and he must have used the gym before he was leaving work because he was in a t-shirt and shorts. And I'm like, Lieutenant Oberosler.
Oh,
and I'm like,
I didn't even see him yesterday.
and I'm like, is that so-and-so? I actually thought it was Dave McDowell. And Jeff goes, no, that's Obie. I'm like, you just don't.
I don't remember him looking like that either.
It was early in the morning and the light wasn't quite right, okay?
I want to get hit with some of that light that refracts and makes me look like McDowell.
Makes you look like you, all muscles. I don't know that I have ever heard Lieutenant's first name.
Or message them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or even book on Amazon.
I can't.
His
Come on in. Come on in.
That sounds
Oh, so,
There you go. Have a seat right over there.
Because we always call him Lieutenant Obi.
I
And
know.
when I saw the whole thing, I was like, oh, that's what that stands for.
Lieutenant, what is your first name?
Rob,
Now it makes sense. I've heard it before. Okay. I'm like, I don't know. You've only ever been Obie.
My copious notes. I was going to send them to you, but I don't have your emails.
That's okay.
It's really easy. You know her name, Jay Blackwell at z93yuma.com.
you'd hope she knows Jay Blackwell.
Or you could send it to the other Jay Blackwell.
And he would get it
He'll
to
forward
you.
it.
I don't like to talk to them.
Hey, there's days, same.
You are on Facebook Live, okay?
He doesn't go back and watch it.
I cannot defend you if it's on camera. I mean, I will try. I will do my hardest to try my hardest to help you, but I cannot promise anything. All right, here we go.
Jace, we're going to do our sponsors coming in if you want to. All right, here we go. Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
We do want to remind you that fall hunting is kicking off soon, and Sprague's Sports can help keep you cool, but you can get some of that practice in before you head out to do whatever type of fall hunting you're doing. They're located on 32nd Street next to Lowe's, and they have that new remodeled shooting range, and it's indoors.
It is. And the awesome folks over at Advocate Pest and Wildlife Specialists, they are locally owned and operated, offering general pest control, termite treatment and inspection, pigeon extraction, and safe, humane wildlife relocation. You can schedule an appointment. Just go to advocatepest.com.
And Telecrest Plasma reminds you donors help save lives. You can be part of the solution and earn over $1,000 with 10 donations. Visit grifflesplasma.com for more details.
If your car AC is blowing hot or doesn't seem to be operating at its best, it's time to test the system. Stop into Ed Whitehead's Tire Pros. They can solve that problem and keep you driving cool.
Joining us now from the Yuma County Sheriff's Office. I told you we have a busy morning.
Very busy.
We have Tania Pavlak with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
And we also have Lieutenant Rob Oberosler, and morning, Lieutenant.
Morning.
Can you pull?
Pull your mic a little bit closer.
There you go.
We have you here because it's a very timely issue. We have had several incidents around Yuma County over the course of the last month that have had multiple injuries and sadly even a few fatalities involved. We're going to be talking about off-road safety.
Absolutely.
And it's obviously, it's that time of year. The weather's nice. People want to get out and enjoy it. But there's things you need to keep in mind.
Right. And the key is to enjoy it, not create a catastrophe or have a bad experience. So.
All right. Well, I know there are various areas. We have a lot of Yuma County ground, and people are getting out, especially in the foothills, but we've also seen other locations here closer to the city limits or on the western side of the city. And there are things people do need to keep in mind when it comes to what is permissible, especially on the different types of land we have in Yuma County.
Right. Well, and that's part of mapping out and knowing where you're going and what you're going to be doing. Some places do require permits to be out there. State trust land or BLM land require permits, and those are easy enough to check on both of those websites. And find out what's required before you go out to those areas.
I know there's a big area just in front. It's actually just east of Telegraph Pass area, and it's marked no off-roading. Right. Well, guess what? There's lots of off-roading that I see out there.
Right.
That's why it's important, because you don't want to get cited for something like that.
Absolutely.
But if you are enjoying an off-road vehicle, we have UTVs, there's ATVs, there's so many different acronyms or terms that I don't even know them all.
Right.
But you have to understand that the same rules of the road apply as far as operating under the influence, just like with a boat.
Absolutely. In fact, in an off-road condition or environment, alcohol and those things are, seat belts, all those things are even more important, mainly because off-roading requires that most concentration to begin with. You're dealing with obstacles, those kind of things that could be very difficult, even in the best circumstances, to negotiate. And so if you've been drinking, those kind of things, it makes it even worse. It impairs your judgment, and we end up doing things that we probably shouldn't be doing. And then it causes problems, accidents, those kind of things.
I live in the city, but we butt right up next to a county area, and a lot of people in the neighborhood have I've seen a lot of the sand rails and the different razors, and they have multiple flags, and some have quite a interesting light set up on top too, because people are doing this at night.
Right, absolutely. But again, the lights, if they're used on road, they can't be blue and red. That combination is for emergency vehicles only, and you could get cited for that. Off road, it's a little bit different, but again, the best thing to do would be able to find the lights that aren't necessarily red and blue.
All right.
And nothing wrong with lighting your vehicle
No,
up.
absolutely not. Well,
you know,
you have some notes you wanted to share with us today.
Well, I did. I came up with some safety tips that'll help, hopefully, if you are going to go off-roading. Before going out, you want to check your vehicle. Make sure all the fluid levels are good, the air tire pressure is good. Make sure it's mechanically sound. Inevitably, when we get off-road, and it's the worst time to have a breakdown, that's when it's going to happen. So you want to make sure your vehicle's in good shape. You want to check out your gear. Ensure that all your gear is in good working order, and make sure it's secured or tied down in the vehicle, and that includes a first aid kit. Obviously, you need those. Any lifting systems, if you have airbags, jacks, those kind of things, blocks, you want to make sure those things are all in good working order, so if you do need them, they will work. The other thing would be any traction systems, planking blocks. They have the little mats now that you could use. Make sure those are in good working order. Again, winching systems. If you have a mechanical or manual type winching system or a motorized winching system, you want to make sure that that's in good working order as well. Another thing to check before you go out would be air supply. Whether that's a compressor or a tank, in case you do have to deflate your tires to be able to air them back up, so that you can go back on the road. Then another thing, we always want to make sure we have food and water. It's always a good idea to have at least 1 day's worth of food for everybody that's in your group, and water, just in case something does happen. You have those things. Again, we kind of talked about this before. Know the area that you're going into. Maybe you haven't been there or are unfamiliar with it, but do a map recon of it. Check out, there's some websites.
There's some very detailed maps out there. My husband uses them often. That's the only reason. I had no idea that these were actually available to people. It shows you the terrain. It shows you where all of the ditches and canals and all these different things that, watering holes and, crevices and all these different things. It will show you detailed maps of the areas that you're in so that you can plan your route and know your route. I think I'm glad you brought that up, because it is very, very important that you know where you're going, especially if you're out all day long. Maybe it's going to be, getting into to dusk and it's getting kind of dark. You want to know where you're going and what kind of terrain you're going to be in.
And that ties in if you're going to utilize that phone or that device to drop pins or for whatever mapping device or GPS is available. Make sure you have a charge. You have access to even maybe an additional battery to charge your device, so you're not stuck out there.
I know one of the things when we go out, we always let multiple people know, this is where we're going, this is where we'll be. And, keep in contact with these people. And especially like when we go hunting, we send multiple pin drops out so that people know, hey, this is where we're located. This is where we'll kind of be in this area. So people know where you work, because God forbid something happen, they know where to come find you.
Absolutely. So back to some of those websites, they'll rate. Some of them have a rating system that lets you know this is an easy trail, it's a moderate trail, or it's a very difficult trail, so that you have some idea of what you're going to encounter. The other thing that I found very useful on these things, some of these websites, is they will tell you the highlights. They will show you, so you may be on the trail, but if you take this little trail over here for 5 minutes, you get a different view or something that's just a real highlight of the trip, so you don't miss out those things while you're there. Those are always good. And we mentioned this before, let someone know where you're going and what time you're going to be expected back. So those are just some of the things you want to do before heading out. Safety tips while you're out there on the trail. There's safety in numbers. Always, you should never be alone. One other person or two other vehicles along with you really does increase your odds of if something does happen.
And in
being able to
our
negotiate
desert,
it.
even in our beautiful fall and winter months here in Arizona, our desert can still be unforgiving during those times of year. And we always encourage people, if there's an area you want to head out and enjoy while off-roading, try it out in the day before just going out there the first time at night. I always think that's a good idea too,
Absolutely.
because then you avoid drop-offs. And it's the same thing with the dunes. A lot of people love the dunes, especially October through February, and we have tragic situations that happen out there because they don't know what's on the other side. So kind of scope it out a little bit better when you have a clear field of vision and
Sure.
you know exactly where you're going.
Absolutely. The other thing, stay on the trails. Be kind to the environment while you're out there. Established trails in areas are usually the easiest way to negotiate that area. In addition to that, if search and rescue does become an issue, if you're on the trail, it makes the efforts much more effective than if you've gone off the trail. Then we're having to look for a much broader, wider area. So staying on the trails makes those things more effective. Obstacles, when you encounter obstacles, you want to walk those obstacles ahead of time. Walk it ahead of time, develop a line or a path that best suits your vehicle and your abilities. Use a ground guide. There's absolutely nothing wrong with having someone guide you or help you. They can see exactly where your tires are. They can see the hazards that maybe you can't from your vehicle. So use the ground guide. Speed is not your friend off-road. It really isn't. There are very few obstacles that we encounter in off-road that require speed to negotiate. So 10 miles an hour or less is usually the best thing. If you do encounter one of those obstacles that does require some speed or momentum, most of the time if you encounter it, you can back up and get a little run and negotiate it. But you don't want to be going fast to start with, because that leads to problems. As far as obstacles, know your vehicle and your own limitations. If you encounter an obstacle that's too difficult for you or your vehicle, it's best just not to even attempt to negotiate it. Find a different way around, or some of those other things. Some other safety tips: quit if you're tired. We mentioned this before. Four-wheeling requires the utmost concentration. You really have to be paying attention to what you're doing. And so if you get tired or fatigued, pull off to the side, rest for a while, or let someone else drive. Just don't force it. That can usually lead to problems. I have this note: lock it down. When driving off-road, we're seldom on level ground. We're going to be on mountains, grades, those kind of things. So when you stop, put your vehicle in park, apply the emergency brake, and turn the engine off so that it doesn't roll away or those kind of things. Something really simple. Again, wear your seat belts. They work just as good off-road as they do on-road. If you're on a UTV or an ATV, recommend that you wear a helmet and goggles, those kind of things. Treat any lifting or winching systems with respect. So if you're lifting or winching your vehicle, those systems can be under a great deal of stress, and a mishap with them can be just absolutely disastrous. Hurt yourself or someone else. And we mentioned this before: alcohol and driving, especially off-road, just do not mix. It's a bad combination.
Well, great information. The objective here is to keep everyone safe.
Exactly.
So,
we've unfortunately had some unfortunate events in our community. Too many, and so that's why we have you here, just to make sure that these little reminders are, they stick with you. And we want to just make sure that everyone is staying safe, whether you're at the dunes and any of our outlined areas where you can ride. We just want you guys to be safe.
And Tania, we have a lot of extra people out in our community, especially out in the Foothills area right now. The weather's beautiful. A lot of them are out on foot. People need to be safe. Just watch for people in general. Parking lots. I know there's some construction taking place in the city and the county. People like to use side roads or go through neighborhoods. Not a safe thing to do.
Yeah, and even as a pedestrian,
it's safe to drive through neighborhoods, but people are speeding through them.
Yeah, and even as pedestrians, make sure you guys are looking. Don't assume somebody's going to stop. They might not see you. So just be more cautious as you're walking around on the streets.
And the sheriff's office has had a very busy week, and we have to give a shout out to Tania, because this is your first year on the job there. You're doing an amazing job.
You are,
Thank
yeah.
you so much for what you do, and you were the one instrumental in sharing the video of James Kilcer, our first guest on the show, who was involved in disarming the armed robber at the Chevron on Wednesday. But again, thank you for putting the information out there, and I do want the community to know if they see anything, please reach out. And if you say, but it's not an emergency, I don't want to call 911, you can call the non-emergency line, but you guys also have the website.
Absolutely, yeah. If you see something, please say something. Give us a call.
What's the sheriff's office website?
Oh, www.yumacountysheriff.org.
All right, and people can leave a tip there as well.
Yes, they can.
All right. Well, thank you both so much for joining us today. We are
of
going
course.
to take our Village Inn Pizza Parlor selfie out in the courtyard, and Foodylicious Janice will be coming in. She's going to announce our winner of this week's giveaway. It's Today in Yuma. We'll be back on Z93 and Outlaw Country.
If you were going to ask me for the number,
I was just like, no, I don't know that number.
783-427.
Oh, you're gonna go that way. They're gonna try and take a picture with you.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I
Oh
don't
no.
do pictures.
Oh,
Oh, come on.
It's okay. You can stand in the back.
Stand in the back.
It's a selfie. 1, 2, 3. Now it wants to take a selfie. All day it hasn't. Isn't it cute? Very cool. And it's got cats on it. Online, $12. I'm like, I'm not that much. Well, I can't believe it. Normally it'd be like, you know, Billy Stacker. Bye-bye.
What are you doing?
I was like right here when Terry went to walk through, so I was just trying to get out of everyone's way.
Yes, Evie, it's Halloween.
It's Halloween.
Good morning, Jace. How are
Good
you?
morning. Good. How are you doing?
All right.
Thank you, Kathy. Frank.
Rude. So awesome. No, she's not talking about the Dodgers.
No, oh, sorry. No, I had a message. Yeah, but Frank and Kathy right in a row.
Oh,
like
I
a
know.
double shot at Dodger.
Yeah, I doubled Dodger duty. And not with O. It's a duty, like OODIE. Duty.
Not gonna win a lot of games where the other team hits 5 home runs.
No. Well, I was confused
Evie
because
says good morning.
Jeff was going between the Dodger game, but then also the
Morning,
Thursday night football game.
Football.
And I knew the Braves were up 2-0 to start, and then Dodgers actually scored more a few innings later.
Scored 3 in like the second.
And then all of a sudden, I hear like 10-0 going into the half, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, wait a minute, there's not a half in baseball. We'll see you in the middle of the 4.5 inning.
Yeah. And plus,
That
baseball
it
people
would be between.
And they're like, baseball doesn't take too long. Baseball games take 4
No, this takes a long time.
Kathy
Well,
said hi.
they go, when you
Hi,
get
Kathy.
into it,
Oh,
go by
I
road.
just saw it.
They
Who
go
fixed our pigeon?
forever. What?
What?
Did you fix
Oh,
her
no,
pigeon?
Anita probably did it because we put Bandit up there.
Okay, because I know the pigeon was
I
like kind
think
of
she
falling off
added
the
a
lid.
few more Halloween things.
Oh, she did.
Or maybe she had Eli help too.
No, she did the other day, but I didn't. I
Okay.
just
Yeah,
noticed
I
the
saw him
pigeon
up there
right now.
earlier this week.
He was half falling off before, so he's back to sitting on his stoop. Yes, he's a Broncos fan.
For some Bandit.
Ooh,
No, but I love his Bandit.
You can have a bit of honey because
I have no
don't have
teeth
teeth
anymore.
anymore.
No, the graphic
Bit of
or
honeys I
the
used to trade. I hate them.
the voice that Jen put at the beginning of one of the Halloween
5 minutes.
safeties. It's crazy.
Okay, maybe 6
it's
o'clock
6.
wonky.
It's
Okay.
6. Here we go.
Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
I'm Teresa.
And I'm Foodylicious.
Yummy!
Happy Friday, ladies.
Happy Friday.
And we've had a lot of traffic out here this morning. I go to my desk, another one in. Go to my desk,
Then
another
might as well
one.
just
I
hang out in the courtyard.
I
all
did
morning.
like a lap right now of walking. It's okay.
You got your steps.
We need to
Okay.
put a standing desk in there on wheels so she can just maneuver around
No.
and get stuff done.
She can just go hang out over there. It's okay.
Try and simplify. Alrighty, what's going on?
Now that the weather is cooling down, unless a couple weeks ago I did like a chili, a lot of times you get in the mood for soups now and stuff because of the weather.
Oh yeah.
And again, it's the busy time of year because we have a lot of events that go on, and we're doing a lot of stuff because it's everybody's getting back to events and doing things. So you don't really want to spend a lot of time on dinner sometimes. You want it to be done when you get home because you're tired from running kids all over to their practices and all this stuff. So this way you can do a slow cooker meal because you know I love crock pots. And this one is called a slow cooker white bean soup. So you're actually mixing, you're going to start with some dry ones and then you're mixing fresh ingredients in it. So you're going to need 1 of the bags of the dried white northern beans. They hold up in soups well, they don't mush easy, and they just have a really good taste. You take those dried ones, but what you want to do is put them into a bowl and cover them with water and put them in the fridge overnight because you're going to want to speed up that process of them cooking because you put fresh items in with it, and those would get mushy by the time the other ones cooked. Plus, it'll get all of the dirt and everything that you want out of those beans by soaking overnight. Again, put them in your fridge. You don't want any bacteria growing on it. No bacteria for your family. So you would just, the next day, you would just put them in your strainer, rinse them out, and then in your crock pot, you're going to put those down in there. You're going to put 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil in the crock pot also because that way it gives it a deeper, like a nutty taste added to it.
EVOO?
What?
EVOO.
Yeah, or you don't have to go extra virgin, go regular, it just depends. And there's different ones in there. Some are darker, some are clearer. I would use the medium one.
I have no idea what the difference is.
Some just have a higher concentrate, so their taste is a little different. Okay. And if you're gonna bake or something, you don't want the dark one that has that real deep olive oil taste in it. You want the light one. So then you just need the taste. So this one, I would just do a light one.
Okay.
It would be fine. And then you're going to take some leeks and you're going to cut up 3 leeks, huge like onion looking items. Only use the top green part and the top white part. So you're going to not use some of it because you want it to look more like celery cuts when you do them, and they'll hold up better. You're also going to do some garlic cloves, of course, because you want that flavor in there. You're going to use some red pepper flake a little bit to give it a little bit of nip. You're going to do butternut squash. You can get one, open it up, seed it, cut it, but I really like at the store. They already have a bunch already in a plastic container, and it looks magnificent. You don't have to do all that stuff.
Makes it easy.
Yep, put that in there. You're going to add like 2 to 3 sprigs of fresh sage. You're going to add Parmesan. You're going to get fresh Parmesan cheese, and you want the one that has a piece of the rind, so not already grated. You want that one with the rind because you're going to cut off that rind and put it in it while it cooks because it will help give that cheese flavor, but it will stay in the rind shape. You could toss it out later.
I always wondered what that thing was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you can get, you're going to need spinach because you're going to use that later. So with all these things I just said, salt and pepper, put it in your slow cooker. You want to cover it where the beans have enough water on top of them to cook. And then put it on low for 6 hours. When you get home, stir it up a little bit, and then you're going to add in your cut spinach and pull out your sage and your rind.
Okay.
So then you're going to add that cooked spinach. You're not even going to do anything with it because the heat of that will make it soft and wilted already, but not make it so it's mushy. And then when you serve it, when you put it in a bowl, drizzle it with a little bit of olive oil on top, and then put that fresh grated Parmesan that you took from the chunk from the rind and put it on there. If you want to add meat to it, I would suggest ground sausage because these vegetables and how root taste they would be, ground sausage would be really good. If you don't like that, do ground turkey or ground chicken. I wouldn't do a chunk meat because it would shred and it's not quite the same flavor.
Okay.
But that's what I would do. The sausage. And I got the stuff and I was going to make it Thursday night for dinner, but my kids said I already have Thursday night, so we wouldn't do swapsies.
But you have the stuff and you're going to make it, and we'll get a
I'll
true.
probably do it this weekend because, I mean, butternut squash doesn't last forever.
No.
So.
All right.
And is this on our website?
It is. It's already up there under the new item. Just look and the recipe's already there.
MonsterMediaYuma.com.
Yep. Click on the Foodylicious tab and right under like my bio, a little picture, me and a little piece of bacon and an emoji dancing, you'll see the new item.
All right.
All right.
And we have a winner for your
We
giveaway.
do. And I already called her and had to leave a message, so she
check
has
your
been notified already.
That voicemail. And the winner. Oh wait, the winner of what?
Oh, $25 gift card to Burgers and Beer and an apron to Z93. That's probably the best part. Like, I don't even know if you want to throw the card, no.
And the winner is
Brooke Brooklyn Olson. So check your messages, Brooke.
All right, congratulations, Brooke. Get your entries in because Foodie does a drawing each Friday for her giveaway.
That's right.
And check out that recipe, but also all the others
There's a
on
bunch more on
monstermediayuma.com.
Yeah.
Get your Catch It Friday entries in by noon today. Good luck, and thanks to all of our awesome guests, James, Wendy, we had Tania, Lieutenant, and Foodie-licious joining us on Today in Yuma. Have a great weekend, everyone. Be safe. KCYK Yuma and KLJZ Yuma.
Amber wants to know if you'll have to-go portions available.